Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to make an origami boat. So, you are going to need, off the internet, a sheet. I just googled how to fold an origami boat and this one is pretty clear. There's lots of variations of these available online, so you choose the one you think fits best. You could, for parts of these instructions, hand these sheets out, but there are particular bits that you'd have to show them how to do. Depending on your age group, I would say year 1, 2, 3. This is quite a challenging activity. You'd have to go through step by step with them. Years 4, 5, 6, you could have these handed out and you can guide them through it. You could actually use a video off YouTube if you want to, or even this video as like a demo video to use alongside them. But anyway, this is how you fold an origami boat. So the first thing you need is paper. I would definitely use A3, because with A3 you know that it's not going to get too fiddly. A4 starts to get a bit too small and fiddly for small hands. So the first thing to do is fold it in half. A good tip for folding, fold your paper over, line up these two sides first. When you've got them lined up, hold them flat, push your hand along this way, and then run your finger down like that. And that'll give you a nice, good fold. Then you need to find the middle of this bit. So again, fold it over, touch these bits together, press it down, and you'll find the fold here. And then these two bits go over and into the middle. This hasn't got to be too precise, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Then this bit, the top bit, goes over like that, and then you turn the whole thing over and this bit goes up like that. That I think is pretty doable, that's not too tricky. The next fold is quite tricky to do without showing people. It's quite tricky to do this without really actually showing them. So you have to go through it like this. Look, you open it up like that, fold this across, and then you need to tuck these bits into themselves like that and like that. At this point, I would probably have to nip around the class and just check people are okay. You could also nominate experts from each table who've done it quickly, and they can help pupils fold these bits over. Okay, so we've got that far. Then these two bits are folded up like that and up like that. Okay, and then again, this bit is quite a complicated fold, so you've got to do this with the kids really. This part opens. Push it all down, make sure it's nice and flat. And then this is the final big reveal, the big fold. This is where you find your boat inside. There's your boat. And it's quite a tricky fold to do. But that's pretty much where you find your boat. And again, at this point, you're going to be nipping around the class and checking them out for people. Also, if you are working with young pupils who you feel this would be too tricky for, once you get into the rhythm of it, making 30 of those will only take about 10 minutes. It's not a massive job to do. You could arrive with these pre-made, because there's still quite a lot of work to do for adding the cargo and adding what's left behind. So moving on to cargo, I'll put this over here. Depending on the time you've got to prep it, you could do what I've done. I've made like a pre-ready, sort of like templated sheet. So you could do this and photocopy it. In here you've got like generic luggage that you take with you, so cases, rucksacks, flasks, lunch boxes, old-fashioned cases, holdalls, things like that. And in here, this is where they would write or draw the things they want to take with them on their journey, their transition journey. So, for example, you might have here great friendships. You might have in the drink confidence. You might have friends. Hasn't got to be like super duper arty. Etc, etc. Okay, then of course you could add some colour, and once these are finished, these will then be cut out. So you're going to need to cut this out, like so. This is all something that primary school people should be able to do. It's not too complicated. Don't make these objects really tricky to cut out. And confidence goes in as cargo. Okay, and you'd add the cargo around like this, so you'll be able to see inside the things I want to take with them. Now for the things you're leaving behind, what I'd probably do, again, is set up a worksheet. Easy to do in the morning. You need kind of like a wake. So this is kind of what's left behind. If you could get some blue paper, this on blue paper would be great. You could also colour it in or paint it, depending on time. Now this would eventually be cut out and would go behind the boat to show what's been left behind. And again here, it's a case of adding words or pictures of things they don't want to take with them. So, stress, we could put some spelling tests, kind of like, again, for younger pupils, unhappiness. A little bit of colour added to these. A little bit of shading on this. And then you cut this bit out. You could pre-cut these for younger pupils if this bit's going to take up loads of time. Alright, and there you have your boat, your objects inside, the cargo you want to take with you, and the things you want to leave behind.